Okay guys, let's learn about time value of money and discounted cash flow analysis. These are very important concepts in financial management and in investment, and that's why we want to learn and understand the basics of this concept. Time value of money is a powerful financial decision making tool. It is used by financial and non financial business managers, and it is key to plan, manage, analyze, and control finances, also investments. It is fundamental in making sound personal financial decisions. For finance, the value comes from the future, and what defines economic returns to the business? Well, for finance, it is future cash flows. Finance always is forward looking, and the reason is that investors want to understand how much their investment worth today, and the only way to understand that is to look into the future cash flow generation capacity of the business and understand that. And finally, we can conclude that investment is only worth something today if it generates return in the future. Otherwise, investment is worthless. Let's talk a little bit about definition of time value of money. In financial literature, you can find that cash flows received in the future worth less than cash flows received today. As we move forward, you will understand the basics and reasoning behind of this definition. To calculate values, we need to first look into the future. Second, to think about the free cash flows an asset generates. Third, then we should figure out what those free cash flows are worth today. This is more complicated exercise than just adding all future cash flows. And in order to respond this need in finance, the solution is to use the fundamental idea in finance known as a time value of money. The core idea here is that time value of money in finance is very simple, and $1 today is worth more than $1 a year from now, and we'll understand now why. The time value of money concept is that $1 today is worth more than $1 next year, and this chart shows the decrease of US dollars purchasing power since 1913, and it is a good example that $1 today is worth more than $1 next year. Why $1 today is worth more than $1 a year from now? You might ask this question. Well, there might be many reasons, but the biggest reason is, and the finance answer is, if you have $1 today, you can earn return. As a consequence, by the end of the year, you'll have more than $1. If you want to invest, obviously you expect a return on your investment, and if somebody makes you wait, in some sense you need to punish them or discount them to make them into today's values. That's the reason behind of time value of money. Well, if you make me wait a certain period of time for a cash flow, it's going to be worth less than its stated value a year from now. And this means basically that I will charge an interest for investing or borrowing my available financial resources. And there is a question: how much I will charge, how much I will expect to receive for my investment or money that I borrowed. Well, it depends on the opportunity cost of the money. What could I have done with that money if I didn't have to invest in that particular business or asset? So there are many opportunities, right? We can invest in different financial products. We can establish a business. We can spend that money. And there are many opportunities, and this is fundamental. This concept is fundamental in understanding the discount rates, and this is one of the main concepts behind the time value of money. Well, opportunity cost is related to what you could have done with that money if you had it, and the key idea in finance is thinking about the appropriate opportunity cost, because that dictates how much you should charge for waiting. Opportunity cost is not the same for all investments because it reflects an alternative. I can invest in stocks, or I can invest in bonds. I can invest in company A or company B or company C. I can establish my own business, and there are many varieties. And opportunity cost is important to consider while discounting future cash flows. Okay? Let's move forward and let's understand the time value of money concept and what this concept based on. Well, first one, it based on the size of the cash flows. Second, it based on the rate of return. And the third one, it is based on the time between the cash flows. So time, return, and cash flows. These are the components of the time value of money. Well, cash flow timing is a key factor to successful financial management and business operations. And there are some biggest questions in business and in finance. The first one is, what are different assets worth? And the second one, when should I make certain investments and when I should make other investments? So future and present value calculations come to answer these questions and help us to understand what are different assets worth and when to make certain investment decisions. In next video lectures, we will move forward and understand more and more. So I hope you're enjoying this video lecture, and see you in next one. Thank you.